Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Shivani Sood and we are yet into another great interview with my students whom I love to meet after the courses, and we have this natural chat about how the courses impacted them, getting to know more about them. But more than this, I love their personal stories. So here I am another week sharing with you one of my beautiful student, Gosia, who will be sharing more about who she is and what she does. Hello Gosia, how are you?
Hello, Dr. Shivani. I'm great. I'm good.
Tell us
Thank
more
you.
about what you do.
So I'm Gosia. I live in Poland, and I am a freelance translator and interpreter of Dutch to Polish, Polish to Dutch, and hopefully a future Ayurvedic consultant.
Great. So currently you're a basic Ayurvedic consultant and you had done the
Yes.
level 1 in the beginning of this year, right? So
Yeah,
what a
that's right.
change from a translator moving into the field of Ayurveda.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
was this course the first thing you had done, or you had education before regarding this?
Oh yeah, I had education. I started from reading books just for self-study.
Okay, and what
And
was the
then,
reason you started reading books on Ayurveda?
well, it's like, it makes you a little bit, it makes a chaos in your head. In my case, it was like it made a chaos in my head, because I prefer if when someone explains things, to me, then it's more digestible for me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I read, I take notes. As a Vata mind, I was like taking notes. In 5 minutes, I used to forget everything, and that was a little bit frustrating. So I decided to take a course at the Chopra Center. It was a Perfect Health. After having read the book Perfect Health by Deepak Chopra, I decided to do the course, and I did it. I finished the course, but still something was missing. Something was missing. And then I did level 1
Okay.
spontaneously.
Okay,
Very
so you
spontaneously.
studied a lot because Perfect Health is a long course. It was a
Yes,
lot
it's
of
6 months.
information. Yes, so
Yeah.
it was a long course and you studied a lot. And I remember our first meeting, we had, our conversations, and you had described me the problems, and I could see that level 1 would be beneficial for you. And the first thing what I saw on your face was like, oh no, not another course.
Yes,
Wasn't
yes,
it?
yes,
That's where like
exactly.
you were looking at me like that,
Uh-huh.
like, my God, she's telling me to study more and another 10 weeks of studies. And
Yes, yeah, exactly. I remember that very well. I said no to courses, but yeah, well, as I said, it was very spontaneous.
okay, so all the knowledge what you had, how did it look like what all you knew and your health things or what you wanted to resolve, did they help you before the level 1 to just resolve it?
Yeah, well, in a sense, yes, because I was leading a kind of healthy lifestyle,
Yes.
But the problem is that I think when you are not convinced about things, when you push yourself, then after a couple of weeks you go back to your habits, because these are habits, right? So it was my case. It was my case that after some time I just came back to the habits, and yeah, it was like a
Okay,
vicious circle.
so what I hear is like the knowledge was there, but it was
Yes.
not powerful enough to kind of inspire you, like just do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, okay, why did you decide to then take the level 1? Because after a conversation, we found out this is the solution to the problems, or was there some other reason that you wanted to do the level 1?
Well, I remember that I wrote you email and you invited me for this free consultation before because I registered for the course just 2 days before it started, something like it was last moment, I
Right,
think.
right.
And I joined the group, and you told me, actually you replied to my email, and after you like after you reply, I was like, oh wow, maybe I should do it. Maybe I should join the course, although I was 100% sure I want to do any course more, because I was like,
Yes.
overwhelmed.
Yes.
And then I remember we had this conversation online, and it was like because it was like, what the heck, I try. Well, I don't lose anything.
Right.
It was like this.
Yes.
And but on the other hand, I saw also schedule of the course. And I saw that there you put a lot of attention on nourishment, and I was very much interested in nourishment as well. And that convinced me also, and also the way you talked about this, that this is the first step. And I personally think that level 1 is a great springboard to do something more, to go for more, to continue with your self-development. Yeah.
Right. So that means that the level 1 you entered in a state of doubt,
Of
but
course.
but once you finished the level 1, you know, what changed inside you?
Oh, a lot. First of all, I learned how to handle this vata overwhelmed monkey mind, and because I had this feeling that my mind is like a drawer, like a messy drawer. There is a paper, you are looking for a paper, you know that the paper is there, but you don't know where. You have to take everything out in order to find the paper. And if you ask me a question, I would have to think what I know, analyze, and then give you the answer. This is the state of knowledge I had back then. And also, as I told you, I just used to come back to the habits. So actually this is funny, because I told you, like, I don't want to be a consultant.
Yes, I remember that very well. Yes.
Yeah.
And you told me this not one time. I think you told me this 10 times. No, I don't want to be a consultant.
Yes, I don't want to be a consultant. So I wanted to do it for myself. And I think it's a great springboard for if you want to do something for yourself. Because to be a consultant, you have to, do something for your own health. And right. This is what I did. It changed my beliefs. It changed my I don't push myself anymore. I don't have a schedule like full of things to do every day. It changed my eating habits. This is the priority for me. And I read like a couple of days ago, I read a nice sentence that before people used to have one priority. Now we talk about priorities so there are many of them, right, in plurals. So there are many of them. So now the level 1 changed it for me, that taking care of my health is first thing, and then comes the rest. Taking care of myself is first, and then comes the rest.
Right. And the way you do it, the way you approach yourself, the way you treat your mind, the way you talk to yourself.
Yes.
And when you do it in a softer way, it's easier.
Absolutely.
And you know the right technique. And, it's all about, today it's all about time and getting the right knowledge. And also, Ayurveda is that science which can prevent you from taking medicines and being healthy.
Yes, of course.
So if you're entering at this young age, so you can expect a healthy 40s, 50s, 60s. And there is a big alternative not to be sick, because mind is making the people sick, and stress is impacting the people. So once with the knowledge of Ayurveda, we are much more self-vigilant, and we are much more in contact with ourselves, understanding what our limitations are. Just get help on those,
Yeah. Also, I see these subtle changes, the very subtle changes every day. And I smile at myself when I see it, because I can see this change. I couldn't see, I see it's changed. It changed a lot in my life.
You change your filters. You change your filters because before you thought criticism is the filter. Now you see appreciation, gratitude, right knowledge. That is the filter. So a complete change in the way you see. So do you have like people saying you have changed? Because, the social thing about when we do a course and we are not really, and I know you as a person, you're not this one who will go on like, announcing it everywhere. So do people see changes in you and talk about like you have changed?
Yeah, I think so. My family sees like these changes, that I'm more relaxed, that I don't, that I don't push myself so much, that I laugh more often, this kind of things.
Yes.
they listened to my advices, and that was never a
Great.
case. That
No.
was never a case before. My father eats porridge in the morning. This is, I mean, this is crazy. My yoga teacher, we had a nice conversation with my yoga teacher, and he says like, you changed a lot, because like he knows me well, and he knows me like, you know, he knows me. So he told me like, you are like such a vata person, you know. I remember that you couldn't relax in shavasana. You were like moving all the time. You were like, I could see on your face you were analyzing things, you know. But now you say you are more focused on your practice. You're more inward, as if, not outward.
Right.
And that means a lot to me.
That
actually.
is a lot, because your yoga
Yeah.
teacher is also your spiritual guide in
Yeah.
one way, you know.
Yes.
And this is really beautiful to hear.
Yeah.
And I think your parents adopting good habits, and you know, looking at you and seeing you're
Yeah.
more healthier, and
Yeah.
being an inspiration for people to follow a healthy and happy lifestyle. We have a lot here to kind of teach when we don't speak,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yes,
when
that's
we can
true.
just be. And that's what the basic consultant does to you. It aligns you to your strength, makes you understand the right techniques.
Yeah.
The consultations which are part of the new program also help you like to get specific advices for you. And
Yeah.
it's really useful, because often when I did courses, and I tell it again and again, that I always thought, like especially with the online course, that we want to talk about ourselves, because
That's
we're
true.
listening to this general information and things
Yeah.
are stirring up. And so I really like to be present in every student's life and kind of make a personal relationship with them,
Yeah. This
you
is
know.
but how this is yeah, but this is how level 1 and 2 looks like, you know.
Yes.
The small group is small, and actually this is what I appreciate about those levels, both of them, that uh, I have a group of people who have the same interests, you know, and we can share our experiences, and this is great. This is just great. But also there is this personal approach. You're not one of 150 students,
Yes.
but you are Gosha in the
Yes.
course, and everybody
Exactly.
knows your name. So
You don't feel lost.
you don't feel lost, because you can, if there is a question, you can ask it and you get the answer. So
Yes. And I think like we are all having like then the same alignment of the way we see people, and we are connecting together. So in one way,
yeah,
it's also very empowering to have people with a similar interest, and
yeah,
you know, have this nice conversations with each other, and we all have studied the same way. But
yeah,
that is really beautiful how all the students are connecting. You know, it's very nice for me to see the connections, and
yeah,
they find lifelong friends for Ayurveda,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. And there's, you know, someone could say like, oh yeah, online courses, they put some limitations, but actually, well, it's not like that, because as I said, you're not anonymous. You are who you are, and they just, you know, the group accepts you the way you are. They support you also, because
They
everybody
support
has
you.
doubts. So they
Yes.
support you. This is great. This personal approach is absolutely the best way you can get.
Yes, I love it, because I see the changes in people, and they don't have to follow the level 2 if they don't want to and don't want to help. But Koshia is in
Obviously,
level 2 now, and
yes, I cannot
she's one.
believe this.
She is told me 10 times she won't be, but she was the first. Actually, she was the first one to sign up. That's the best part. Even when the
Yeah,
course script just got created and I showed it to her and she signed up. So that shows
yeah,
how motivated she is to continue with the path of
yeah,
helping others out there, and is
yeah,
going to start on offering basic consultations amongst her friends and family, and also give some Ayurvedic lectures. And she is
yeah.
really ready to kind of spread the knowledge, isn't it?
Well, I start, you know, I just start. I'm going to do the lecture for my friends, and we're going to cook something together after that, some Ayurvedic food, you know, like a couple of friends here at my place, and who knows what comes next, you know.
Right. Self-help is the medicine of the future.
Yeah. Yes.
There's no doubt. So I guess like you don't want to hear a whole Ayurvedic lecture when you're sick. So you can just start from giving people the advices with they will
Yeah.
resonate, and
Yeah.
they will come back to study. But at a point, all of us need to know the basic of Ayurveda in an understandable
Yeah.
way, in a way which is implemented. And especially with my work of consulting everywhere for last many years, the path created is very simple to follow, but yet very profound. So I'm really enjoying all my level 1 teachings, and the students who are going to shine bright in the field of Ayurveda and help the people around them stay happy and healthy.
That's the plan.
That's the plan, that we all need to meet after 5 years and still be happy, healthy, keep smiling. And then we know that the course made a permanent impact.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you very much for your time and to share your experience. And thank you everyone for listening to us. And I will see you again in any other interview or video. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you.